there's just so much to talk about. Where do I start? Hey everybody, welcome to my blog channel. I know it's been a very, very long time. I think my last video was over a year, but that's in the past. I'm here now. I'm better than ever, hopefully. I'm always praying that it's getting better, but yeah, last video I can recall was me just updating. They've been embolizing my right upper lobe because it continuously keep bleeding, and that's what I'm going to try to talk about as best I can of what happened during the time that I've just been away. It's going to be a lot of information, and I hope I can give it as understandable that everyone can, understand exactly the time frame and what I'm getting at. But if at any point in this video you kind of see me kind of out of breath, there's a reason for that. I just got out of the hospital after recovering from a very big surgery. So I'll explain more about that as my timeline goes by. So just sit back, relax, and I'll tell you about my year. As you know, that with cystic fibrosis, blah, blah, I've been having hemoptysis for, a couple years now, and it's always that right side. Ever since the original fungal ball that we found the first time, that they had to take a piece of my upper right lobe just to take it all out. That stopped it for a long time. Now, recently, they found another fungal ball. It's like right here, I guess. I think I can pinpoint it right here. It was growing at a decent pace. That is the cause of most of the bleeding on and off. Keep going in and out of the hospital just for that embolization and to stop the bleeding. They tried medications, breathing treatments just to stop the blood from getting irritated enough. But when that fungal grew, it grew so much that it was just basically rubbing against all my nerves and veins and lung tissue that it just got irritated. And that's the reason why the blood was more frequent. And that's one of the main causes of me not being able to upload or, because I'm always in the hospital or doing surgeries. So I have about 12 embolizations just alone on this right upper lobe. So it has a lot of scar tissue, and it came to the point where my recent hospitalization that they couldn't reach any more of the veins that were bleeding because so much scar tissue built up. The little machines with the camera and the glue gun type thing, I don't know what it's called, they couldn't get to the source of the bleeding. So unfortunately, I had to undergo a major surgery to remove my full upper lobe of my lung to replace the fungal ball and everything. Yeah, see how I'm kind of out of breath. So it was very painful surgery. Thank goodness I was asleep, but when I woke up, it took over a week for me to finally get, pain tolerance and everything, and trying to adjust to not being able to take a full breath to where I couldn't walk. Like any type of energy that made my heart race, that made my lungs try to work, it hurt. And it was like almost, I was in the hospital bed for a long time before I even tried to walk. And it's basically felt like you were suffocating until my lung adjusted, I should say, to not have that other lobe for the bringing in all the air. So I've been in there up until last week. Last week I got out and I'm at a new place. As you can see, it's echoey. So I hope this recording goes pretty well. But I'll give a house tour or whatever, but right now, there's boxes everywhere, and this is the only spot that I can actually record that it's all nice and put together somewhat, other than the blankets, don't mind that. So, yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, lung removal. I had a chest tube right here on my sides. I'll show you pictures of little scars and stuff where exactly they went in and removed the lung and the chest tube sidings. I'll show you those because I know some of y'all actually do like for me to show my scars and see how it is. And I will bring up a picture of my actual lung that's removed, and I can show you where exactly the fungal ball was. And for those that are curious about, what the fungal ball actually, or mass, looks like, here's a picture right here to kind of show you what's going on. That was my lungs outside my my body. You can see where that little like yellowish blackish ball looking thing, like mucus almost, inside one of the canals, that was actually the fungus ball that was growing and rubbing against everything. So I'll take that picture away because I know not everyone likes to see that. So, it's really interesting. I mean, the picture was awesome. I love seeing stuff like that, but it'll take about 3 to 4 months for me to fully go back to no limitations, to where I can full of energy, get up and go wherever I please because of the lung capacity. In the beginning of the hospital, because I couldn't move around and stuff, the physical therapist had to come to help me aid, exercise, because I couldn't get out of bed very much on my own. So I progressed from, exercising to laying on the side of the bed, do some leg exercises, to actually getting up and walking with a walker. That actually started hurting quite a bit because my lungs, would exercise. So I'd have to take a lot more pain meds in order for me to do physical activities. And man, I don't know what was hurting at the time. My lungs, the burning, not being able to breathe, the soreness, the chest tubes, the scarring, everything. My ribs, because they had to go between the ribs to expand it almost, to put like the wedge in, to get the chest tubes and stuff in. So it was a whole world of pain. And finally, they got it under control, at a good regimen, and I was able to leave the hospital with a cane, which is better than a walker. It's like an upgraded. The cane's only now used for like when I'm tired. Like if I work my body enough to where it's hard to stand, or if I have to stand to breathe, I'll kind of lean on that. But other than that, everything's doing good. I'm adjusting to doing daily activities like showering. I can't cook yet. I can't pick up anything bigger than a gallon of milk. That's what the doctor recommended for at least another week. So it's been a rough time. It's really hard, actually, not being able to do things. And then, it messes with your mind a lot. Like you become so independent, and then, your disease or whatever kind of takes a turn, and then it's like you can't do anything. That mentality is harsh. I had to deal with that as, people had to care for me because I couldn't do it myself. And I know it's because of surgery, and I'm not going to be forever. But it's just like that independent mindset of I can do this. You shouldn't have to, kind of thing. Yeah, I deal with that a lot. But, things come and go, and still not be able to cook, but I can put things in the microwave, like, leftovers and stuff, which is all right. I eat leftovers anyways. But anyways, back to whatever I was saying, is just recovering. That's what I've been doing. Everyone's doing good. I got a big support system. My doctors are constantly checking up on me, seeing things I need. My fiance, he's the one that's cooking, laundry, doing all the things, and working at the same time. So I'm really appreciative of him for having the patience to not overdo with what he has to do, but on top of with what I usually do and me. So yeah, he's the biggest support in my life, and I'm so appreciative of him. It's going to take some time to adjust. Let's say my dogs are still over there. They're sleeping right now. Walking with a cane and walking with them out in public is not bad, but I'm very slow at walking, especially when I get my lungs flowing and I start having to breathe harder. My respiratory dog, Rocky, over there alerts me. And it's funny because he's not used to like me being out of breath a lot. So like he's always constantly just watching me and like seeing my movements and stuff. And he always like, he just thinks that it's a constant battle, like he's not doing his job or something. It's funny, and you know, it's what he does. It's what he was trained to do. And then my diabetes, on the other hand, is another thing that it's not, it kind of ties into it. I guess I see cystic fibrosis is just a web of everything possibly wrong. Anything could go anywhere. Like I gotta take medications for my liver because of all the antibiotics and stuff, so I don't get liver disease. That's a new pill that I take now. I have ointments that I have to put because of my so many surgeries. I have like nerve pain, nerve damage, like pinched nerves all throughout this arm that I gotta put this little doodad on. Let me see if I can, Voltaren. Yeah, that's arthritis pain, but it actually cools down to where your nerves aren't like inflamed, which is really good. I highly recommend that stuff. I didn't think that gels really work, but this stuff, it's called Muscle Rub. This stuff will freaking make your skin red if you put too much on. Like it'll burn so bad. But with me, because of my surgeries, that the muscle right here in the back, right here towards my shoulder, they were also, I guess, I wouldn't say pinched. They were inflamed and irritated because of all the surgeries and the scar tissues and everything just coming together, that it actually felt like I was having another stroke. Like that's how bad it felt. So I have to do this 3 times. I have to do both of them 3 times a day just to let my nerves rest and stuff. I have to up my gabapentin because of the nerve pain, because of the surgery. And I have still doing muscle relaxers as my medications. So a lot of it ties in, but back to the diabetes part. So my diabetes have to be really controlled, like to a T almost, as best as I can. I know with cystic fibrosis, it's fluctuating. Never perfect, but you know, gotta do as perfect as I can, because if you have high blood sugars, that sugary substance actually feeds into the fungal bacteria, and that's what the fungal like basically live off of. So I gotta keep that in a tight notch as best I can with all the stuff I have to eat. Taking a breath, sorry guys. So it's a lot of information, and I could go on every little detail, but I know this video would be a long video. But yeah, I'll try to get more updates within time. Like I have some cool ideas that I've been pondering in my head since I've been in the hospital, like equipment or protection that nurses or guests should wear in order to prevent you from catching what the outside is in your hospital bedroom. I have like cool little knickknacks, stuff like that I've been preparing, like cleaning your breathing treatments, how I use it, and other sources. So I hope you all enjoy it. I hope it wasn't too boring, and I hope it wasn't too confusing either. I hope everyone has a good day, and I'll try to be more consistent with it. If it's not every once a week, maybe every one video every 2 weeks, something like that. Something to, you know, show progress. I know some vlogs, my brain can just be, so yeah, I'll give you a little quick like panorama around the room just so you know I'm not in the same area. Yeah, all boxed up. My little doggies are sleeping over there. Yeah, so it's a lot of boxing, but that's the bedroom, that's the hallway. My studio isn't even put up, so it's always fun. So that's like the little mini house tour I'm gonna give you because everything's, like I said, in boxes. So the house reveal isn't gonna be that soon, hopefully. Over the weekend, we'll have a little bit more to do. So I hope you all enjoy it. Leave this video a thumbs up. Lets me and YouTube know y'all enjoy the content. Hope everything I said was understandable. And I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.